Hi guys, so the requested hair video is finally getting done and will be posted hopefully today. This is my hair naturally dried naturally. I washed it last night and went to sleep with it wet, so it's a little bit messy. But as you can see, I have very curly hair. Some of my hair actually is stick straight. So it's not like the best style for me because, I don't know, it's annoying. Anyway, so I've had a number of people ask me to show them how I actually do my hair. And like I've explained to them, I don't blow it out. I just do a flat iron, and once it's dry, this way I'm not double processing it. I basically use a flat iron to actually get a curl. I don't use a curling iron because every time I've tried to use a curling iron, I end up burning myself. I end up with like a burn mark here or on my neck, which is great. It just looks like a hickey. So here we go. First step, I have hair bands. So I put everything but a little bit up on top of my head. And as you can see, my bathroom, you are attached to one of my mirrors, and this is my other mirror. So it's great because I can actually see the back and I can see if I've gotten everything, because it's very important to get everything. If you don't, you end up having waves with your straight hair. So I take about this much of my hair. I don't take a lot because it gets a little more difficult. I will use the flat iron to get the part that's closest to my head straight. So I'm going about halfway down, and then I just turn. Now the trick is to go smooth and slow. You don't want to go too quickly because then it won't take the curl. And you don't want to go too slowly because if you stop, you will get a little kink in your hair and that's not going to look good. So that's done. I don't touch it. You should not touch the hair while it's still hot because if you do, you end up taking away the curl that you just put in. So I will do this side. And then now, if you have really, really curly hair, like kinky curly hair like my sister has, very difficult to straighten, you might actually want to go from the root all the way down to the tip and have it completely straight first and then put the curl in. It's up to you. All right, and now the last bit. Actually, I forgot to brush this out. You want to brush it out because if there are knots, you don't want the knots to get in the way of curling it. Okay, one more time. All right, so that's layer number one. Now I take the hair down and I take another layer. Okay, and the rest goes back up on top of my head. Thankfully that hot flat iron did not land on my foot. All right, and I continue. I'm going to put it on pause because you don't need to see me doing every single little bit. I will come back when I get towards the top layers. Okay, so I'm back. I am not at the top layers, but these are the layers that are going to kind of frame my face, and I wanted to mention something. So when you do layers that are near your face, you do not want to curl until you get below your chin. Because if you're curling up higher, it's just going to look weird. Unless all of your hair is shorter. Okay, you don't want the curl to start anywhere above your chin. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so towards the top. This is going to be the top on this side. Now, as you can see, I have more pulled over and my part's not completely straight, but what I have pulled over is part of the bangs, and your bangs are done completely differently. So, again, I'm going to go straight until I get below my chin. Okay, so that there is a curl there. It's hard to see. But I don't want the curl to start above my chin. Now, when I say that, that's the one strand that's near my face. For the strands that are further back along, you definitely can curl starting higher. It'll add more body. Okay, so this one starts higher than my chin, but that's okay if it's further back on your head. Last bit here. Okay, and again, as I'm doing this, I'm going slow once I get to the part that I want to curl. Slow and steady wins the race. All right, so I'm going to leave those as is for now, and I'm going to get to this side. This side has a few more layers to go. So I'm going to pause the video and come back when I'm at my bangs. Okay, so we're just down to the bangs. Now, when I do my bangs, I sweep them this way. But in order to get them to have volume, I'm actually going to flat iron them this way. Because that will actually add volume when they go back the other way. Okay, that did not work well. It's hard to do this while looking into a tiny little camera. Let's try this one more time. And I'm going to look into the mirror itself. Ow, that burned. Be careful with flat irons. They do burn. Okay, and my hair is done. So now I have all these little curly cues. I have not touched any of the curls since doing them. So in order to not look like a freak, I'm going to actually run my fingers through the curls to kind of separate them. Ow. And there you have it. Now I will look at the hair and see things like this one. Ow, right here. I'm not very good with filming. Oh, that really hurt. And that had no curl left in it, so I'll put a little bit more back in. Okay, but there, that's it. That's how I do my hair. So those who have asked me, there you go.